All right, so this is Vickie. She is actually just finished up our program today. Today is her final day. So let's just kind of get a little bit of history. What was it? How did you hear about our office?
You came to our building, the Legacy Cottages, and did a presentation.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, so I kind of forget how people end up finding us. That's right. So we did a seminar there. Yeah, we did a seminar there. What was the thing that was your motivating factor to come in? What was the reason why you wanted to check to see if what we could do could help you?
Well, I realized I was losing feeling in my feet and my legs. I have restless legs really badly, and I couldn't sleep well, and I was very tired all the time. I knew I needed to do something other than what I had my general doctor do.
Okay. All right. So you came in, we did the evaluation. What was the most startling thing about the evaluation that we did with you?
I didn't know I had such little feeling. When we did the testing, I was really surprised at how low I was.
Okay. Yeah, and I always claim, I think really a lot of times people don't even notice they have issues until they're 30 to 40% already gone.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what were the things you were hoping to get out of working with us?
Well, I was hoping to be able to have more feeling in my feet and feel generally better. When I heard about the diet as well, I knew that would be really helpful for me to be able to find out what foods trigger me to have any kind of symptoms, and I did, by the way, find out.
Yep, you did.
And,
okay.
Also that I realized that my balance was off, and I would always walk along the wall and kind of run my hand along the wall so I wouldn't fall into it, because I tended to fall to the right. And so I knew that there had to be something that could help me.
Okay, so let's go through the numbers a little bit. So on your first evaluation, you were 46% loss of sensation and 66% loss of sensation. So it was quite a difference between the two legs.
Yeah, I knew one was
Today, when we did our final evaluation, you ended up at right around 12% loss of sensation in both legs.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's huge.
It
That's
is
awesome.
huge.
Yeah, I haven't even told her the number yet because we
Yeah.
just did that. So that is incredible. Now, what were the things, we just kind of talked about this a second ago, what were the things that you noticed the most since you've done our program?
First of all, I have restless legs very little, and I know when I eat sugar, that's going to be a trigger.
And that's a huge thing, and I want to bring that up because it's not just about curing everything that we do here.
No.
Sometimes it's about finding out what sets things off.
Yes.
And now you know that. You didn't know that before, correct?
No. I knew there was, something having to do with sugar and carbs, but I didn't realize how immediate it was.
Okay.
Also, I realized when I eat gluten that I get gassy, and and that's something that I suspected for a long time, so I've changed my diet so I don't eat gluten.
Excellent. Yeah, and that was part of the dietary change
Yeah.
we did. So when we did the dietary changes, how difficult was that for you?
It wasn't too difficult,
Okay.
because it wasn't a whole long time. I mean, I could do it for several months.
Right.
And I didn't go hungry. I always had plenty to eat.
And as of now, what was the biggest benefit of the things we changed on the dietary aspect?
Well, I've learned to eat some more healthier foods that don't trigger me with any symptoms. So
Excellent.
I found, with the help of the diet guidelines, I've found foods that I can eat and be healthy.
Just how to eat better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you had a benefit. You said, how much weight have you lost?
30 pounds.
30 pounds. And how old are you?
67.
67. Most people at 67 just don't lose weight unless it's actually a really bad health condition, and that's awesome. And that is awesome. So some of the other stuff you talked about, your balance. Go through your balance a little bit.
Well, I've been using the balance board, and I can stand on it with my arms down, totally still. I can stand with my arms out with a little bit of wiggling. I'm learning to close my eyes and not fall forward or back.
Nice.
So it is like 200% better than it ever was. I'm not falling into walls. I'm not tripping on the sidewalk cracks.
Yeah.
So.
And that is life changing for people because you're still working. Mm-hmm. You're not in that retired mode yet.
No.
And you know what? You still have things you have to accomplish every day.
Yes.
And even when you're retired, no one wants to be worried about falling all the time.
Oh yeah, especially with knee replacements.
Yeah, she's had 2 knee replacements, right? 2 of them?
2.
Okay. We talked a little bit about the restless legs, and that's incredible. That's life-changing because now you can sleep better.
Oh yes, and besides that, I'm sleeping. Well, that helps. Most of the time it was hard to go to sleep with those, but I'm staying asleep longer. I'm not waking up.
So you feel like you're getting a better sleep now.
Yes, absolutely.
And that
is like
that's
so
the things that
awesome.
That's what we try to portray. This is not just about peripheral neuropathy. Yes, that's what brought you in, but this is about making changes and doing things to have a better quality of life.
Exactly.
And that's the whole goal. That's the whole goal. Is there anything else that you can think about symptoms-wise that is doing much better?
Don't have headaches.
Oh, that's a nice option as well.
That's kind of was brought on by gluten and dairy.
And we've also done a little bit of adjusting with you as well, so that's probably helped in that aspect as well.
But mostly, when I closed my eyes and did the stepping, marching, the first time I was like halfway across the room going out the door, and the second time I was like maybe less than a foot away from where I started, so that really surprised me.
Yeah, and one of the things that I've noticed as well, that's kind of a mind-boggling test for sure when we do that. A lot of times patients can't even do that test because they're that bad. So you were able to at least do it. One of the things that I've noticed is you just seem to be, overall just much more flamboyant. I don't know if that's the correct term, but
I'm myself again.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. We brought out kind of the old you, if you want to say. I didn't know you before, but because now you feel better, and when you feel better, life is better. You just feel much better. So. The last thing I'd like to ask is, for people who are looking at this program, what would you say? Because it is. I never try to hide it. It is a commitment. There's time commitment. There's a financial commitment. There is life changers. But what would you tell people who are looking at whether they should do the program or not?
Well, I'd given up hope because I thought, well, maybe someday I'll find somebody who can actually help me with the legs. But I know a lot of people just they feel hopeless. And so when I heard about this, I knew immediately this was brought to me. It was like, okay, here it is, Vickie, this is what you do. And so I was absolutely thrilled. And the benefits have been so great that I would do it again in a heartbeat. So I'm telling you people, it really worked for me. Yeah. But I did the program and I stuck with it, and I was very conscientious about taking care of the exercises and what I needed to do. So if
you did the home stuff we asked you to do, you did the dietary change we asked you to do, and that's the thing is it's not worth your time, effort, and money if you're not going to do it.
Exactly, because if you don't do it, it won't work.
Yeah, and grateful for you being an awesome patient, and ultimately you got to be grateful for yourself for making the commitment to do it.
Exactly, I've given myself a real gift.
Yeah,
a gift of a better life.
Excellent words right there.
Yes.
Hey, thank you so much for being a wonderful patient.
You're
Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.